What is the best technology to use for engineering businesses? The best performing engineering businesses know how to leverage technology. Staying in front, or at least up with the pack, is the absolute minimum that a British engineering and manufacturing businesses need to do so that they don't get left behind. And it's such a fast moving market, it's really difficult to know which area of your business you need to focus on to ensure that you stay in front of that curve. So we've broken this video down into 7 different areas of technology that we think that you need to at least have a good eye on to make sure that you stay in front of the competition. So number 1 is CAD software, computer aided design. These are constantly evolving and you need to make sure that you're staying on top of this and you've got the latest versions. There's so many iterations of these different products, and the top 3 is AutoCAD, SolidWorks and Revit. The second element is project management and collaboration tools. Manufacturing businesses are very unique in that you will have a huge separation in the business. You'll have your sales and marketing, admin side of the business, but then you've got your physical nuts and bolts side of the business. And it's so important that the business, even though they are very separate, that they're really streamlined. So there's 3 main top tools that we choose for this. First one is Microsoft Project. Second one is Trello or Asana, 2 very similar products. And then the final one is Autodesk. Number 3 is cloud computing and data storage. You need to look at what's going to be best for your business. Remember, when it comes to overall data, there's 2 sides where you may get charged for it. One is the amount that you're moving data around, generally on a day-to-day basis. The second is the physical amount of storage that you're going to be using. That's the size of your data. You know, whether it's megabytes or terabytes, it really depends on how much you've got and which is going to be the best product for you. If you are looking at moving to the cloud, whether it's entirely or part of your organization, then there's 2 main players. You've got AWS, which is Amazon Web Services, and then you've got Microsoft. The 4th is simulation software. This is relatively new, but you may be able to leverage some of the platforms that are really starting to come out now with the introduction of AI and the way that they're building data sets. But this can be the difference of separating you from your competition. Simulations are on the rise. They're one of the biggest growth areas in manufacturing, so it's making sure that you're in front of the curve. The 3 main ones are ANSYS, MATLAB and COMSOL. Number 5 is IoT, Internet of Things for your industry. So you need to really understand what specific things are happening in the industry. And this can be small micro things like the way that sensor technology is working, or much larger macro things like machinery and the larger picture stuff. Number 6 is 3D printing and rapid prototyping. This has been huge for the industry. Days of old, it would take weeks or months to create prototypes. Now you can create them literally in hours. So it's really important that you stay on top of this. And depending on your industry, you may or may not need to render physical products. So you just need to make sure that you're using the correct software and that you're able to also take this from any of your supply chains. You don't want to be left behind or having to recreate things. This is a huge waste of resources, but also it may leave the client feeling that you're not up to date. And number 7, AI. Artificial intelligence is changing the industry massively. It's enabling so much more leverage when it comes to reporting, when it comes to looking at tasks. How can you change what your team are doing? It's not necessarily about replacing them. It's about getting them to do the higher value tasks and then having automation and AI running all of the standard processes and procedures. This way that you can really focus your team on the higher value items. You don't want to be paying team members X amount per hour, and also they can only work for a certain number of hours within a day, whereas you could get an AI product that can work 24/7. So we hope you found those 7 useful, whether it's CAD or AI. There's so many different areas of technology. Now, some of the companies that we have recommended These are normally just the best or the widest known players. We're not necessarily saying that they're going to be the ones for you or you to choose. That's really where you need to pull apart exactly what you need as a business and then finding the right software that will match. And remember, the power of software is how you can link it together. So any decisions that you make, you need to understand how they can bolt in to other parts of your business to try and make it as streamlined as possible. So if you're unsure about your current IT, maybe you just need some help or maybe some guidance, then Syn-Star can help. So if you click on the link, then we'll be able to offer you a 100% free IT audit and fact-finding session.